Hi, everyone, and welcome back to season 4 of Emerge Detour Essentials Live. Hi, guys.
Hi, Nai. Hi, Roshi.
Hey guys, long time. There's a mosquito in here. A lot of mercy.
Like I know we took a break, but I
It
feel like
feels
we took a
forever.
break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We're
guys,
back.
we're back, and it's season 4. So we passed the whole year, and we're now past the year mark, gone into season 4. And we just want to say hello and welcome to our new viewers, to our emergers, our diehard emergers that are here with us every week when Detour Essentials Live is on a weekly basis. So we start back officially today. And for the new emergers, we're so happy to have you in this space with us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll do some introductions in a minute. And again, if you're joining us for the first time, this is Emerge Detour Essentials Live. It's a weekly show. We're here every week, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And every week we have an interesting guest or interesting guests that will share their amazing journey, as well as leave us with some really great actionable next steps to have a better life. If you aren't following us, follow us on Facebook, Instagram at Ready to Emerge. And also, we're streaming live on YouTube and on our Facebook channels every Wednesday at 8 o'clock as well. So now would be a great time to click subscribe, share the link if you think there are friends that would want to enjoy and watch this episode with us. So we don't want to assume that you guys know who we are. So we always like to start with our little check-in and introduction. So my name is Naomi Garrick. I'm also known as the PR Chick. I'm a personal brand coach, and I'm also the founder of Garrick Communications, which is a boutique PR agency in Kingston, Jamaica. And essentially, I help individuals and brands to stand out in a noisy world by building better personal and professional brands.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kathy Goodall, and I am a leadership and growth accelerator. I'm a connector of brands, businesses, and people. And I'm so happy to be back. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome everybody. I'm just here reading. I see Casito. It's like the gang is back together. Hi Esther. I see Heidi. And I see Ray, and I see Alpha is here from New York. Lorian.
And look, Lansdale is back.
Hi Kelsey. I know this is your first time, and we're so happy to have you. You know that you have to join us every week. I am Rochelle Cameron. I'm an attorney, and I run a firm called Prescient Consulting Services, where I help my clients not only with their legal needs, but also with human resources, so their people matters, as well as crisis communications, the law, crisis communications. And when I'm not doing that, I get to be here on a Wednesday with these fabulous ladies.
And I like how we all coordinated this week.
I know.
We didn't plan this. We're actually trying to figure out if we should wear a color. We didn't decide on a color, and we all ended up in black. So
yeah. No, I
it's
actually
like we were feeling each other, guys.
I found this jumpsuit today, and like I hadn't seen this in a long time. But you know, when you get heart palpitations because you're not sure if you can fit into it. And let me tell you, when I realized I could fit into it, man, I want to take pictures of my body.
Oh my God.
So you know you can save it for when quarantine is over, right? Curfew is over. So it's a good thing we canceled the full outfit.
And the road.
So you can wear it again.
We're not in a lockdown again.
So guys, we have some amazing things planned for the rest of the year. We only have 7 months left, if you can believe that. But we're going to emerge together through 2021. We also have some super exciting news to share. Kat, I don't know if you want to share that news with everybody.
Oh, absolutely. So, guys, we have a new partner for Emerge. And our new partner is, drumroll, Sagicor, and we're so excited to have them on board. I mean, you see all the amazing things that Sagicor is doing, and we have so many things planned for this partnership to help and to enhance all of you as well as us. So we're very, very excited to have Sagicor on board as our partners, and we just want to tell them thank you. And we're looking forward to an exciting year of emerging with you all.
Yeah. So speaking of exciting year, we have an exciting season lined up with some amazing guests. And, it's the first episode in season 4. So we wanted to make sure we really kick-started this episode with some super high energy from the Goal Accelerator Queen. So I am going to hand over to Rochelle, who is our introduction queen, who will now introduce our guest that will be joining us on Emerge tonight.
Okay, so before I introduce our guest, I suggest that if you haven't called your friends yet to say you gotta log in now, it's time to, because tonight is when I talk about showtime. So you need to fasten your seatbelts for the energy that is going to come onto the Emerge screen right about now. Kelsey, I see you can't wait to see Nicole. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is not an ordinary lady. This is an extraordinary entrepreneur, educator, speaker, goal accelerator strategist, mother, wife, and amazing best-selling author. And she wake up before sunrise every morning to work her body with all of that. Now, this lady in 2010, she founded AIM Educational Services, which absolutely revolutionized the preparation of students for college. How was she able to do that? Because this young lady, she did go to a school named Andrews. And
hello. It's St. Andrews.
Yes, I know.
Educated this lady from right here on the rock, and she returned to Jamaica so that she could pour into our students. By 2008, she was recipient of the Governor General's Award for Excellence in Achievement and Leadership. Then in 2019, she was appointed National Productivity Ambassador by the Ministry of Labor and Social Security in Jamaica. You're wondering how she managed the energy. Her latest ventures include the Goal Accelerator Club, and I know you all follow her, and right now you're on her page going like.
And I'm sure there's some goal accelerators in this right now.
Realizing their fullest potential. And then she goes on to launch the Teen Success Club, which provides educational, developmental, and networking opportunities for adolescents who know that there's more to life than just straight A's. And she shows us that there is more to life. Because not only is she winning right now, she is winning always. Married to Jeffrey Campbell, aka Agent Sasko. They share 3 amazing children, and I know you know their names and you're saying them with me. Lauren, Joshua, and Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelt for the ride of your life, because tonight we welcome the one and only Nicole McLaren Campbell.
I was just in my IG story telling my IG friends that they need to log on right now, right? Thank you for having me, girls. I'm pretty excited about this, and I have to tell you, it would have to be a special, deep love and respect for all of y'all, because you know I don't 8 o'clock. At this time, I'm in my bed. Lauren or Joshua reading me a story or begging me to play some game, and I'm just like,
yes.
And we know, because we're up with you and Lauren and Wheezy in the nights, reading stories with them. They're our children too.
Yes, I'm glad they're reading now, because when I had to do the story, when I had to read the stories, that was too much work. So now they read to me and put me to bed. For Mother's Day, I got a coupon, okay, of unlimited massages for the month of May. And so last night, you should have seen that Jeffrey apparently gets it as a bonus. I don't know what the hell, because it's not fathomable. But anyway, I'm not being bad mind. So the 2 of us lie down. I said, Jeffrey, we're getting old. The 2 of us lie down, right? These kids are on our backs giving us massage. 2 of us fall asleep. Then turn off the light and they're gone. We have been put to bed. I'm not complaining. Fine with me. I'm tired.
Hilarious. So, in preparation for this this episode, I said, girls, 8 o'clock is way past Nicole's bedtime. Okay, so we have to
Keep it tight.
keep it tight.
So Nicole, when people think they know you. They follow you on Instagram. They've read your book. They've read various of your posts. But tonight we really want to just kind of tap into the journey of who Nicole is, how she got to this point. How the hell does she wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and exercise and actually seem happy to do it? Tell us about the journey.
Comment. Okay, so 4 o'clock used to be pre-COVID. So just for clarity, I wake up at 5 now, and that extra hour is actually really huge. It makes a really massive difference because I don't commute anymore to go to the gym.
Yes.
So the 4 o'clock wake up used to be simply to get everything fit in, right? So I'm 20 minutes, I guess, away from the gym with no traffic. And so I'd have to factor in that kind of commute, maybe with 30 minutes back when light traffic would start on the road. So about an hour just on to and from the gym, workout time not included. So that, I have to say, I'm relieved to not have to wake up at 4 a.m. anymore. 5 a.m. is where I'm at. And so now 5 a.m. seems early for other people and feels like paradise to me. I'm like, so much better than 4. And no, not usually happy to do the workout at all. If you actually notice, I go on live when I'm already warm / sweating / have worked my way into it. I hardly ever start the live when I start the workout, because first of all, I just can't. I can't even face it. I'm just like, I just need to do what I have to do. And then when I feel a little more, and I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. And then no, my vibe's still
Yeah. I'm sure going live actually helps you with the accountability as well, right? Because now you have to show up.
It build a vibe for real.
Yeah.
Like it's you know, when you feel like, oh my gosh, I have this so much more to go, and you know, and I feel like when I go on live now, I have company, I have my Insta friends, I have some faithful IG friends that show up for I hope they're also working out, and they've told me they've lost weight, and they get up and they move, and you know, and so what started out for me wanting some company and some just to not be lonely has turned into lots of people losing weight and moving and putting themselves first thing in the morning, which I think is awesome.
Yeah. But when people get up with you and they are up at the 5 o'clock, I watch the replay after and I'm like, look at Nicole, that's so sweet. But how did you get to this physical person that and it's not just for you just saying like, I don't eat this and I don't eat that. Like taking care of yourself, taking care of your body matters to you. How were you able to get to this point while still balancing being wife and mother?
Well, here's what happened with me. And if you look in my Andrew's yearbook, I have my Andrew's yearbook. I should have taken it out because we're talking journey. I should repost that picture of me in the yearbook, where my favorite phrase at fifth form, unfortunately, was I'm on a diet, which is pretty sad if you really think about it. It's funny at first, but then it's just masking a lot of pain, a lot of insecurity about my weight. I was just always the chubby. My weight was just always fluctuating, and it always felt like this out of control thing. And I would try every diet, and you know how it is, you know, being a teenager and a girl and wanting to be attractive and starting to like boys, and then you know your friends are all like cute and slim, and you start to associate cute and slim together. And so I would try every diet, Atkins and cayenne pepper, I mean, you name it, I know the diet. Every day it was just a different diet. So that's how come that was my nickname in the yearbook. And so I did not start out, I was never an exercising type. And I think this is where, because a lot of people said to me, I don't know how, I wish I could borrow you discipline, I wish I could borrow you willpower, I don't know how to do this, I wish I was the exercising type. And I'm very eager to really share the fact that I'm not special at all. In other words, I do believe that God made all of us special, and I'm not trying to be like self-deprecating, and I have no self-esteem problems, okay? My self-esteem is firmly there. Confidence is not a problem. So I don't mean it in any way other than to say I'm genuinely not special. With, you know, like with anything really. In other words, it's just something that I decided. I think what it is the real decision. We think we make decisions about our goals, and we actually haven't made a decision. And what I mean is, you could have asked 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23-year-old me, and I would have said, yes, I'm serious. I want to be a size this. I would do anything. I would pay any money. I would do anything to be a size X or size 4.
Yeah.
But all that time I hadn't made a decision. And when I made a decision about exercise, was when I did my first vision board. This is when I was graduated, I had my master's, I was working in my first job at the Ministry of Education, and I just was restless, meaning, that feeling where you're like, okay, I have a good job, okay, I guess, things are coming together, but what am I really doing? I feel like I have these big goals and I have no idea how to even begin to reach them. And I just felt very afraid that I was just gonna sit here with all of these things bubbling up inside of me that I couldn't even define really, but just knew that I wanted to be about that life. And I'm like,
yeah,
looking at other people, I look at Oprah and I'm like, how Oprah get to be Oprah? How people get to just live the life that they want. And and I have always been very concerned, or always thought about the impact I want to have in the world, and how do you get to have that impact? And I feel like I'm not moving, I'm not doing it. And so I watched The Secret. And so The Secret is still a part of my life now. I have 2 different apps for The Secret, read them every day as part of my morning routine. Yes, you too, Naomi.
Yes, ma'am.
Very key. So I watched The Secret and started to learn about this law of attraction. To this day, I will always get a parking space. And just the other day, I went to Cork. It's like me. I'm like, the parking lot full, miss. I said, don't worry, security. I'm just gonna.
There's one waiting for you.
Don't worry, Seth. Just let me go around them. I promise you, somebody going to come out. I promise you, a parking space is just going to just appear. And it just always does. And I always like, Lord, thank you for that parking space. And I just open my eyes and I just sit there, and lo and behold, the parking space open. And so anyway, I watched The Secret and I really started to think, well, what do I really, really want? And throughout this whole thing, here am I thinking, look, I always said to the Lord, I always love prayer and bargain with God, and God is our friend. And I'm like, God, let's talk. Let's have another conversation. And it is that, look, if I don't maximize my potential and success and don't live my dreams and get my goals, let it not be because I knew what to do and didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let it not be my fault. Let it not be that I knew what to do and I just never did. No.
Amen.
So I study up success now, and I watch The Secret and I start to say, okay, so how other people do it, how success work. And I kept seeing that, people who reported the best, reaching their goals, but also having a great life. And this discipline of exercise was this recurring flipping theme. Of course, I wanted to be in denial because this time I don't run unless somebody is chasing my ass. I'm not running unless somebody chasing me down. Not like exercise. I don't like sweat. I just no, not my thing. So every time I would read it, and I'm like, wow, I'm going to be successful without exercising. Just what? I don't need to do that. Because, I just never like it. This is not me. And I just also was like, oh, I've tried so many times, from when gym was free in college, and you go 2 times and they just cannot bear it. And you can't understand these people who go every day. They must be made of something different from you. Seriously, it must be something. That you just don't have. Anyway, I was reading and reading. I couldn't be in denial anymore. I did my vision board. I put a runner girl on there. I put somebody in the gym on there that looked happy. Okay, because I put salads and things that I never like to eat, but apparently that's what people managing their weight successfully eat. So yeah, and also it became an urgent necessity and decision because we don't realize how much time and energy is taken up when we have an issue that need to resolve. So I would just spend so much time thinking about what I ate, why I ate it. I shouldn't eat that. Okay, I'm going to start fresh tomorrow. No, don't even talk about if an event coming up. Oh God, I need to know way in advance so I can go on a diet. And you know, like it was just a lot, taking up a lot of space, making me lose confidence, lose power, my sense of powerfulness. Like these are things I need to fulfill my mission and vision according to how I max out my life after this vision board, right? I'm like, but to inspire people to reach their full potential and to really be 100% me and go into that power, I need the energy and I need the confidence. And the energy and confidence not going to come unless I sort out this thing and like build this lifestyle. It can't be a diet anymore, you know, because I've done that for like 12 years and it's just a nightmare. It's a trap. It feel like hell. That's how it felt. Hell going on in my head. So that's when I made the decision and, you know, just like hired a trainer. My friend Camila gave me like a nutrition lesson because I thought eating 3 mangoes was just fine. What's the problem? You know, what is the big deal? So she taught me about food, and then my sister Rachel was a health coach and really into health coaching at the time, lean clean. And so she took me and we had a WhatsApp group and like build a vibe around it. And my friend Nicola, who's like the slim expert on all things slim. And so, you know, everybody sort of rallied around me. And it's like when I was breastfeeding Lauren, right? I said I would breastfeed her for 6 months. God knows I was counting down. I know that's not like kosher to say, but I couldn't wait for it to be over, to be honest. Anyway, the day I done, my friend Nicola called me like, all right, well, I made the appointment with you with some like diet doctor to like really push start me, not to go on another diet, but to really give me a start. By this time I'm carrying 50 extra pounds or like 35. I gained 50 pounds when I was pregnant. So by this time I'm really, this is not like the average college weight here. This is serious. So anyways, bless her heart, I went to the doctor, push start my thing, and then just started, you know, to just be exercising. My last diet was right before I got pregnant, which was HCG, which might be why I got pregnant. But anyway, it's not that kind of show. Okay, yes. So anyway, yes, so now I've been exercising consistently. I call it 7 years, but it's really since I call it 7 years because I would say really, really consistently after Joshua. Yeah. Because by the time I started out with Lauren, I was pregnant again, and then I just I was like, screw that. I didn't get fat anyway. And then that's a short answer to the question.
Super short.
Super short. Super short.
Now over to you.
I think it's actually over to Kathy.
Me, yes. So Nicole, like was it our Althea said, you are the master of vision boards, right? So going into 2020, as usual, I know you have your vision board lined up.
Yes, you want me to show you?
Yes, sure, absolutely.
I see my purple frock.
Okay. Yes,
thank you. We appreciate the effort.
We appreciate you. Oh wow!
Oh my God!
I'm gonna get
that's
more.
The biggest one I've ever seen.
So that's for 2021.
Yeah, this is 2021.
Yes, so 2020. We know that you had
2021. Hold on. Yeah. I got that too, girl.
I love how Georgia says so eating 3 mangoes is not okay.
That's so nice. Look at that big vision board.
Oh, I love this.
Georgia, it's not okay, Georgia. It's not okay.
Yes, we know you are the queen of vision boards, and so we know you had your plan for 2020, and then the pandemic came, right?
Hallelujah.
So tell us how you were affected by the pandemic.
I was scared, bleepless. And I know you guys have corporate Sagicor on board. No, so okay. I have to be able to air the video.
PG, thank you.
I know, I'm going to keep it PG. That's all I think people don't know. I curse a lot, actually. Anyway, not that kind of show. No, I was scared, terrified. Naomi, you might remember some of our convos.
Yes,
I had just, I mean, you know, it was terrifying from an economic perspective for me, to be perfectly honest, not from a health perspective. I was not really worried about like getting COVID or, you know, like, I mean, you worry for your parents and I mean, I feel like as the information has evolved, so have my feelings, and I've gone through so much in the last kind of 14, 15 months in terms of just how you feel toward it. But separate and apart, when it first hit, the first thing was the economic implication. Like, so what does this really actually mean? How is this going to work? Because of course, Jeffrey, right, is an entertainer, artist. You know, his main source of revenue are his shows. His European tour is the highlight of his year, revenue-wise, you know? And so imagine, first I have to worry for myself, then I have to worry for him, then I have to worry for us. So it's like 3 layers. So, you know, I was like, what all this dropping? So I was worried in that way. And then, you know, as a leader, you just still have to show up. Yeah. So then how the hell do I show up and lead? Because now, you know, at this point, of course, I have students at AIM who I need to continue to kind of, I mean, it was not application season because it was March, but this is when new students would traditionally be enrolling. And of course, they're like, we're not enrolling. Even students who were enrolled are like, well, we don't know about that next payment. Just wait. We need to see what's going on with the work, which makes sense, right? Because AIM is helping students to go to school in the US, and then, you know, our friend Donald Trump with all the international student rules, and it's been, you know, from a business perspective, very uncertain and at first scary. And then on the Goal Accelerator side, you have to show up there because, of course, you know, all of your tribal women that you're leading are also going through their own stuff. You know, they're nurses and doctors, they're frontline and health workers, and, you know, other entrepreneurs just like me wondering if their business is going to go with flipping smoke. And then there are, you know, so it's just this whole layer of carrying your stuff and then carrying other people's stuff. And then don't start talk about online school and Weezy. Their blanket. It was a lot. And I really had to dig really, really deep. I started to journal a lot. And I said, you know what? It's in these times that you know if you're really a leader or not. And so I was like, well, I have to just rise to the occasion. So I just dug into, all right, what next? What do I do? What is the action here? I started to dress up every single day. I said, I'm not going to make pop down take me over.
I saw that.
Because if you make the pop down creep up, that's it. Then you have to do the work of digging yourself out of the pop down. I said, no, that's not happening. So pretty soon, thanks to my friend Nicole again, I was able to, because you know your routine shift, right? So gym lockdown.
Yes.
So within like a week or week and a half, well, what I started doing was running instead, just to get the cardio, because you could run, you know, outside. And then now, within a couple of weeks, you know, I had Steve. So I started Steve. So that's different from like going to the gym and working with a different trainer. So I had to make sure, and I really think, you know, in all that's happening in life, I was just telling, I had a session with Arden High today, and, you know, those kids are facing a lot with their CSEC and CAPE exams and online school, and most of them, you know, it's hard. But life is just going to keep coming at us. You know what I mean? It's going to be, if it's not COVID, if it's not one thing, it's the other thing. And so, it's not going, life is happening, guys. Hopefully not like this again, but it's happening nonetheless. And so it's like, what are you going to do about that? So what are your non-negotiables to make sure then when it get really hard, you're still navigating? So that's why I had to install my exercise thing properly, because one way I can pop down is if I feel like I don't have the energy to face it. You need the energy to face it. So I know that I had to keep my exercise up, or else I would just also, because exercise for me is like mentally, it makes me like feel happy. Like it's a high, you know what I mean? Like it set my mood for the day. It's, you know, so I kept that going, and then I made sure I was showing up for my Goal Accelerator. So I doubled down on content. and on getting collaborations with different, Coriel came in to teach people how to do a side hustle because that was a need. I asked them what they need, and then I showed up for them. At least let's just band together, come, we and get through this together. All right, what we're doing this week. And so we got really closer as a community. And it I'm sure it helped people to not drop out of the club, because if your income is uncertain, the first thing you want to do is cut you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The things that are not a necessity are going. So I had to make sure I was a flipping necessity, right? I'm like, listen, we need each other. This is happening. And so hardly anybody, there was hardly any attrition in that time due to COVID. In fact, we started to have more people wanting to join because they needed that energy and they needed that upliftment. They needed that sense of community. We had members who were locked down proper in London, for a while. Not seeing anybody, not being able to go outside, So that interaction became so important. So it's like, what happens is when you are going through hard things and you are serving a purpose, it doesn't feel so hard anymore.
Yeah.
You are fulfilling a purpose. You're helping other people. So you don't focus on your stuff as much. And then you learn how to surrender to God. And who want to learn that, Lord of mercy, you never have no choice. You better surrender. You better go by your knee. So me and God got very close. I'm grateful for that. That's one of the things I'm super grateful for, is I really think I learned how to pray on a different level.
Yes.
And journal and be more reflective and the bad habits that I picked up are being curbed now. I say when I reach the 1 year mark, I say, Nicole, they ever still a drink wine during the week, even though COVID has been around for 1 year, it's like, okay, with the things you were allowing yourself to do during COVID, you better get your act together. So I cut myself a little slack, I was just like, listen, it's okay, Nicole, just do what you need to do to get through the time. But then 12 months passed, it was still COVID. I was like, listen, we have to nip this in the bud. So I would say it was tough, but prayer and rising to the calling and your purpose and coming up with solutions as an entrepreneur to keep yourself necessary, keep yourself in the game. And we're able to do that. We transition into 100% online. Okay. Which was
that actually was going to be our next question.
Huge blessing. Huge. Yeah. I wanted to go online with AIM, meaning we were online all this time, meaning we had students we had never met who maybe came to us just through referrals, but that geographical barrier was a thing for parents. They really just couldn't imagine how we could serve their needs being in Jamaica when they're in New York. But when COVID come and everybody's online and everybody's getting used to doing consulting online and receiving services online, all doctor appointments online, you're like, wait, then I don't need to, So it's been a great business opportunity to be
absolutely, because then you expand your reach.
You expand your reach. All of a sudden, your market is now truly global, and they're ready for that. We've been trying to do online. I always tell people we do online or whatever, but the buy-in was never there. And even for our students in Jamaica, like our OBA students, they would be thinking, oh, but she's in Kingston. Oh, but the Kingston people will get more than us. And now we're just 100%.
Right. So now the whole mindset has shifted as well, because everybody's online now, regardless.
I had on this 2020 vision board before COVID, I had on there freedom, and I had location freedom probably on my 2019 vision board. Location freedom has been something that I've wanted to have for a while. Okay? Yeah. Really, because, I just wanted it for whatever. That's what I like. It made me feel free.
And that is important.
I got that, even though I never expected my kids to be at home with me while I had location.
Let's not even. That's a whole nother episode.
A whole nother topic.
And we need the wine for that one.
We do need the wine for that one. We get an excuse. I mean, to be honest, I'm not going to be ungrateful. They were in person.
Yes.
September, August to March, which is good.
But
no, not.
So you mentioned Goal Accelerator a lot, right? For those who don't know what the Goal Accelerator Club is, tell us a little bit about that. I see you have your pretty planner on your desk as well.
And my teen planner, Naomi, you know the story with me and my teenagers and how excited I was to, because I went through this time where I really thought they were so separate, and I'm like, but I have Eve over here, but I really love Goal Accelerator, and you feel like, I was about to say, feel like you have two husbands, but no, I don't want to say that. But no, you feel like you have these two loves, and you just cannot, they're just so different and divergent, Goal Accelerator, aim, and it just, I've been just felt so torn because, I mean, how much time you really have in a day, focus is power, all these things that I teach and I know. And I've been praying about it and just, trying to find my way with it, and then being able to have Goal Accelerator and then work with aimers and teens through teen success.
Yeah.
Everything has come together. But anyway, what is Goal Accelerator?
Yes.
So it's an online membership club, a community for women who want to reach their goals faster. And what I mean by that is like upgrade their personal skills and their personal capacity, their mindset, their productivity, their ability to focus. These things that help us to get the most out of ourselves. So building habits and building discipline and all these things that have helped me and that I've had to learn over the years to help me. So I started Goal Accelerator, I would say, was birthed in about 2015 or 16. Technically, when I did the, I think it was 2016, I started my first 21-day vision unlock. I need to go check. But this is basically where I just had this 21-day program where I'm going to teach you to make a vision board and learn, find your purpose, like find your, discover, get to know yourself. Because a lot of people, they have these goals, they're not even their goals. They don't even know what they really want. They don't know themselves. And I find that if you don't know yourself, you'll go to master's degree and spend hundreds of thousands for no reason. Because like what I did, I'm not gonna hide. I went and did a master's because I never know what to do, and I'm like, well, this sounds like a good answer when people ask. So what do you do now? Oh, I'm going to do my master's. So just help people to identify their passions and identify their interests and become who they were meant to be in 21 days. And what happened, as many businesses are birthed this way, is that people were asking for more support. They're like, fine, you set us on fire for these 21 days and we feel winning, and then you just leave us. Like, what next? What we're going to know? Like, okay, but what about all these other things? So, of course, I always resist and think I know. So I'm like, no, just get the 21 day. I can't manage. No, I can't. This is just my little something. And I also didn't know how that would work, what that would look like. So I just kept doing the 21-day vision unlock programs online, and you should see my first workbooks. They're so funny. This is before Canva. So we kept doing those, and then I said, you know what? I want to figure out how this online membership thing would work. And so I had a speaking engagement in Connecticut one time, and I met this lady, Christy, Women CEO Project. Naomi, you know Christy.
Christy's our coach.
I love Christy. She is my friend now, for real. I'm going to visit Christy this year. Anyways, to make a long story short, Women CEO Project, she is a coach, and so I hired her. I was terrified. I don't even know about this world of coaching. I never could imagine paying somebody almost $5,000 for like 4 hours. I was like,
for 4 sessions. 4 sessions.
What you can tell me? But she was doing it, right? And I said, I'm going to have to invest in myself. And it was just felt so terrifying. I never tell Jeffrey one word. What do you mean? I don't tell him nothing. All me, we'll find out after, way after. When I've done got the money all 4 times, I say, oh, I don't know. You know what, already, you're not even sure, so you can't take nobody tell you nothing, Sometimes you don't know. You're just taking a risk, you're following your mind, you're praying to Jesus, please make this work. Because, we know how it goes. I know how it feels to waste money on coaches and coaching programs that do not work. Naomi know the story.
We all know.
And so people will always say, "Oh, they're going to help you do this," and when you turn around, it's a waste of money. But you can't just give up, right? So, anyways, I pray about it and invest in Christy Women CEO, and it was just the most fabulous decision. And she taught me how to create an online community and a membership club and whatever. And so I would work every single weekend. I had to work all the first thing she's like, you have to decide how much time you have to spend on this thing. And that was one thing that I hadn't really distinguished, because I guess I was so caught up with AIM too. I couldn't even imagine carving out any time. So I had to
additional time for this specifically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I invested the time on the weekends and created it, and that was in 2018.
So right now with the membership, how many people do you have as a part of the Goal Accelerator Club now?
Was it 2018? 19? I can't remember. It's all merging one. So we have over 200 members now.
Wow, that's awesome.
We haven't been open for a long time. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
So that has been, and I suppose, you kind of take the trade-offs, because I suppose if it was my full-time job and that's what I was doing all the time, then, I could and it just still feels like, oh gosh, I wish I could sort of give it more time. But I've sort of been slowly just kind of figuring out the time balance and then putting in more kind of systems and then support, so that my time, because I also have a certain amount of time I want to work, and I'm not interested in working more than
and that you don't want to work. Show us the planner. What made you decide to create an actual planner, guys? This is like high quality stuff, It's not like no little
Lauren the Goal Accelerator planner is the best planner that she has ever used.
Oh, Lauren, you're too sweet. Oh my gosh, I wanted to show you all the new one, because we have a new one that's no. But anyway, I have the old one because I did already have this one, and what I'm going to do. Anyway, so this is the Goal Accelerator planner. The new one says and productivity system, and the new one smells so good. Anyway, you know how new books smell, right?
Yes.
I'm saving it up. I'm supposed to do a photo shoot with it. But anyways, so this is the planner. This is my baby. Feel like a baby to me. Like I felt like I was giving. It was so hard to do. And took so long. And then the design and correct this, tweak this, So it's this whole process. But basically what I wanted to capture here is a system, because you can't really sustain your results without being stressed, without a system. That's what I learned. Is what is your system? You have to have one. So anyways, I realized that it doesn't make sense to, so I just tell you the key features. It doesn't make sense to plan goals if you don't know what they are really on the inside from the gut. Not just oh, maybe I should do this, but your overall life plan and picture for yourself. So of course, it's gonna have a mini vision board exercise.
Mm-hmm.
With people move to the magazines and do the cutouts and do all of those things. But all the fun stuff, the design stuff, which is fun and glittery and shiny. But sometimes vision boards don't work because you haven't asked yourself the right questions and you have not dug deep enough.
Yes.
And for somebody who is impatient, like me, know thyself. I always want to get to the result. I always want to see the finished thing. And what it will make you do is skip the process. And then when you skip the process, you don't get the result.
Yes.
So you have to invest the time to ahead of it. You know what I mean? Front load. You have to. So anyway, so this gives you a vision board exercise. It tells you the different areas: mental state, physical self, spiritual life, relationships, career, impact in the world, financial, adventures, and ask you to think about the areas of your life that really count. Ask you the question and then gets you from this kind of idea into concrete. Okay, what does that look like? Organizing, creating the actual goals. And then it has a pull-out where you get to put the vision board. I haven't done my planner vision board. I've done my real vision board though. But in case you haven't even started with a vision board, whatever, you can get some stuff in here for your vision board. And then some goal setting tips. What it does too is give you a lot of space to brain dump every week, because we have to declutter our brain and then organize. And then it forces you to reflect because it has an accelerometer. So every day, you circle, what kind of day did I have? What does it take for me to have a green day, which is when things went well. And you know what I realized about myself from the planner is green days for me mean being very organized. If something pop up on my calendar, I go mental. Like, don't pop up nothing on me. I don't want no pop up. I need to know in advance because it just make me like I need to be prepared. I cannot do it by the fly. I get too old. I can't wing it anymore. It just stresses me out. So I realized that was a thing for me, being on green, exercising, all these other things, and then red, what set me off, so I can more gauge myself and avoid the things I know will set me off. I just avoid them. So my life just get nice because I'm just having green days. And
Nicole, someone wants to know if there's a electronic version of the planner.
No, you gotta write it. And everyone's like,
I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
Because naturally,
you have to write it down.
Version. And maybe I will do an electronic version, but right now it's all about writing. So as soon as the quarter is finished, I ask you quarterly review questions too, because you need to reflect. I didn't spend the time in reflection, so I would just keep doing the same stupid stuff over and over. And it's like, why I keep doing this? You don't realize that if you just take the time to reflect, you get to cut out. I have my swerve, sustain, and start lists, right? You can swerve the things that you just keep doing them for what? Because that's always how you did it. It's not working. Newsflash. It amazes me how I kept doing things that just did not serve me. I'm like, why am I doing this? This doesn't even make any sense. So
I like swerve, sustain, and start.
For the review and the reflection, and then planning for the next quarter. So now in Goal Accelerator, actually do monthly planning. We do a co-working session where we plan for the month ahead. And it makes such a difference because I used to avoid planning ahead because it made me feel behind.
Yes. So let me ask you a question, Nicole, because you have Goal Accelerator, you have Teen Success Club, you have AIM, you're a mom, you're a wife, you exercise, you do 1 million things. And I know, to be honest, sometimes I see you on Instagram and I feel totally stressed out. Honestly, I feel like immediately.
You're just saying that.
No, Nicole, I feel stressed out. Like I feel like, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life?
I was having a conversation with one of my friends the other day, and the person said to me, I had to mute Nicole because she made me feel inadequate, and it was a man. She makes me feel inadequate. So I had to mute her.
So the question is, and that's not a bad thing, Nicole. It means that you're doing things that other people can't seem to be able to do, right? So the big question is, we use this word balance very loosely all the time, but it would be a big question for me too. Like, how do you, if not balance, how do you manage all of these things that you're doing and still stay sane
and happy?
And fulfilled. Fulfilled.
Okay, so first things first, and I just did this do less, achieve more training where I had to really dig deep into that. So the first thing is I don't do it all. There's a lot of things I don't do, and I say no aggressively. I say no like it's my job to say no.
I like that. Say no aggressively.
Can you come here? Can you pose? No. So now my assistant, she trained. I said, just don't even bring certain things to me. You know that just taking up my mental space. I can't. And even some things that pay, I say no to. I say no because the opportunity cost of what it will cost me in time and like mental. No, that's a no for me. And I used to be afraid to say no because I was afraid of missing opportunities. Because remember, me and God had the talk. And I said, Lord, if I'm not successful, don't make it my fault. Listen, I would do what I can do. But then, even like, again, studying successful people, Warren Buffett, focus is power. This is something that these people talk about. He says, the difference between successful people and extraordinarily successful people is that extraordinarily successful people say no to almost everything. I was like,
wow.
I'm over here. In this opportunity, that opportunity, over here, yes. No, just no. The other thing I've learned to do is to phase things.
Is to what?
Phase things. That it's okay to phase things. You can have it all, but not all at the same time.
Yeah.
So things I can do now, I couldn't do 5 years ago when Lauren and Joshua were toddlers. Like that was just the different phase of life. So I don't, and you know, again, it goes against my personality, which is why it's important to know your personality. I love instant gratification. I'm very impatient, and I want it all, and I want it all now. So I've had to really train myself out of it so I don't drive myself totally mad. Like, yes, like I had to pause my podcast altogether. You don't say I'm not doing podcasts now.
Yes.
No, it's on pause. It's on pause until likely September. Yeah, no, I'm not. I can't. Because I have to, you know what I mean? Because also I start to recognize, even today I said to myself, April, and this came out of a conversation with my friend Lysandra. She's so awesome. She has this great content creation class coming up tomorrow, by the way, guys. You should go.
Awesome.
Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, curating content. And I'm going to be in that class because content is not easy. You can't just be running on IG again no more like content.
Yeah.
I suppose anything that comes to my mind. But anyways, how come I never realized that April and May, like you need to understand how your cycle work, and not just your period cycle, although that is important, but the cycle of work and your productivity and your feelings and how you work. And so I realized January is not a month for me at work. No, it doesn't. You know, it's like it feel like everything is too much, and I just want to ease into the year. Yeah. I realized today, I said in May is very important for AIM in terms of consolidating the results because the kids sign on to college May 1st and getting marketing going for summer. How come it's just now I'm realizing that? I should have nothing major scheduled in May for anything else other than AIM. So it's just even getting smarter about how we work.
Yeah.
And not trying to roll out. So I shouldn't be rolling out anything major with Goal Accelerator or Teen Success in May because this is just crunch time. Yeah. But it's very different in September. By September, everybody done decide where they're going for college prep. Them done sign out where they're signing out. September ain't heavy for AIM. The clients are already there. It's just and making sure everything work is not really me. I'm more on the marketing side of AIM. I don't deliver the actual services. Quality control, I interface with parents, and I have some work to do, but it's not the hands-on like labor work. So it's even just understanding whatever your circumstance, whatever your business, whatever it is you do, you don't try to land all the planes at once.
Well, Lansdale has it. He put understand your cycle of work. Noted.
Yes.
Actually, Brandon says, I like your new moisturizer, Rochelle.
That's the point. That's the takeaway.
No need to look dry. Just the bottom line. But don't try to land too many planes at once. You can land the plane. But imagine all the planes try to land at once. It would be mayhem. It would be crashes and drama and death and mayhem. So all the planes can land, but you can circle one in the air while the big one landing, and then when that one lands, the circling one can say, okay, descending. And so that's how I try to run my life.
That's definitely going to be a big takeaway for me.
Let me tell you,
understanding your cycle of work. That is...
And understanding the cycle of work.
Yes.
Necessary.
It's very necessary. What demands are on you and when. Yeah. Then when it comes to the kids' part, now on you. So
I thought you locked your door. You never said you locked your door.
No, I'm being serious. I'm doing an interview. Not funny. Soon finish. Yes. No, so with the kids now, I established my non-negotiables. Just in general, because here's the thing, I find that like there are always gonna be so much stuff going on that can crowd out things. So just make sure you put in your thing them first, and everything else can go and fight around there for time. But the things that shouldn't fight for time need to be a non-negotiable. So like exercising, you see how much things happen in the world, and I keep exercising. That's how you know it's possible. All the stress, all the this, all the deadlines, all the but it's first thing in the morning.
Get it out of the way.
Who the hell wants you at 5 a.m. Sasko? But just kidding. No, but what really, I mean, seriously, that's least likely to be disturbed at this time. So even how I schedule my day, like God bless the people who exercise in the evening, I would never try it. I would never do it. I already know myself. Not happening. So my non-negotiables for myself are exercise, sleep, and eating properly. 3. Because that fuel everything else. And in my free time, I want to lie down and don't do nothing. Just lie down and look in space. I love that. Lie down and be like, I don't have nothing to do. Oh, wow, this feels nice. That's what I like. So I make sure those things can happen. And then with my relationships now, I have a rule that, like, if Jeffrey wants to hang out with me, I will just drop everything. Meaning, not like a meet client or a meeting, because that, but like, suppose I had one, I don't really work weekends either. That's the other thing. That's a rule of weekends, and I spend that with my kids, and I try to be fun mom. Now I'm doing evening dinners, so that's an important thing for me. Evening dinners, story time / hangout time in the night, because now they're doing massages or whatever it is they feel to do with us instead. But carve out that time to just hang out with them is key every single day, because I find that if you just leave it to circumstance, you won't spend any time with your children, period. You guys will just be strangers in the house. Hey, what are you doing over there? You won't even get into any meaningful conversations. I want to know what is going on in your head. I want to know how you're thinking. I want to hear about your friends. I want to hear some of the things they're telling you. I want to hear, and those, that need time for those conversations to evolve. And so that dinner time now, and Sunday dinners we do together as well. And now since not even COVID, what am I kidding? Since like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, I started to say, so that dinner time during the week thing, that it look like it's true. Because my friend Nicola was always telling me, like, you have to sit down and have dinner with your children. This is when they're gonna get to talk to you and stuff. But before, it was so weird with just timing. They'd be home early, they want to eat. By the time Jeffrey come home, by the time I reach home, so we just never get together during the week. But now we've started to do that. So the non-negotiables for my relationships look like time, but then I get specific what time. And then for Jeffrey, for like my marriage, I just make sure like that's my priority. Like no matter, oh, let's watch a movie. Okay, let me, if there's anything I can reschedule, I do it, Oh, I was planning to get these goals on Saturday. Well, I guess I'll get those goals some other day, because, and I make sure I do it, But if you want to hang out, I said it on my IG live. I said, I don't swerve, man, specifically Jeffrey. Like everything else will get done, but I want that relationship to be strong.
Yes.
So establishing non-negotiables and force everything else to fit around it. Everything else has no choice but to fit around it. But at least you have a relationship with your kids, and at least you're happy and fed and exercised.
Excellent.
Those things are done, everything else can just do.
Fit in.
Right. So before you leave, because we know that you are not a night owl, we have a segment.
Oh, you have me chatting. I can't sleep tonight when I do. You know me. I'm
so sorry. You're going to need some chamomile tea.
So we have a segment.
Melatonin. I had to start taking
melatonin.
Melatonin will help you tonight.
I had to start taking it. I'm going to take 3 drops tonight.
But Patrick, before you go on, Nicole, that dinner time, there's actually a study that was done by you.
Hold on, order Brandon asking about non-nego. I know this. I know him. For single people. But maybe it's for making time for your friends. And sorry, I didn't mention friendships. But relationships, I don't mean intimate only. But Jeffrey, I have an upgrade as a priority. So I'm swerving. So maybe if my friend called me, I'm not swerving. I'm like, listen, I call him back, I have to do these things. But no, with my friendships, I have to mention that another part that has made me really happy in COVID, that I say, why take COVID to do this? But whatever, I'm grateful, is that I've reconnected in a different way. We always had our like college roommate WhatsApp chat and but my roommates from college and boarding school, we just be talking. We just be on Zooming and like, let's schedule a chat, and we just be like hanging out with each other online. We never used to do that before COVID. My family chat since COVID has been just off the hook. Every day we connected. I carve time out for those things too, because they make me feel connected and happy, and they're so important. Relationships keep us alive. So that's been really fun. And I think that you want to definitely say, have I touched base with this person? You know, like even every week. I can't say I do it every day, but every week I'm like, so when last I talked to Shani, let me call her. You know what I mean? And just making that extra effort in service of your relationships, it means a lot to your happiness and well-being. And that's one good thing out of COVID for me. I've been paying more attention there.
Love that.
Yeah. But there is actually a study that Yui did about family dinners. So family dinners is actually a scientific thing because it helps children with their ability to converse and debate.
Oh, yes.
And it was found that the families that the children were more destined for higher education, entrepreneurship, and good job positions had family dinner.
Wow.
It's a real thing.
No, my friend Nicole would normally guide me wrong, you know, but during the week was so hard. I was doing it Sundays and install it. And one thing we're doing on Sundays too is what's your high and what's your low, which has been a movie, to be perfectly honest. But we've loved it because it forces you to reflect on your week and be grateful, but also to process your disappointments and your setbacks. And to have people weighing on them, and my mom is now here every Friday to Monday since COVID too. I don't know, it's great. And so we're doing that together. But thank you for that, because I love science and I love when I study show. I know that studies show everything, but since you tell me that now, I'm going double down on it for real.
And the other thing studies show is that your life is never the same if you have had a best advice segment brought to you by Sagicor Group Limited. Over to you.
So they said that soursop tea, before getting to best advice, is good for sleep. So you can check that out.
I have soursop tree, you know.
Yeah, but let me tell you something with the soursop there. Yam food. When me drink the soursop, I'm a little too zen. I can't be this zen. I'm too zen. I'm not made to be so zen. Let me tell you. It's like you're like, woo.
That probably helped me.
That's why she said that. That's why she said that you need it instead of the melatonin.
Melatonin, use the soursop tea to sleep.
Ooh.
So, best advice. Okay,
right now.
The best advice you have ever received or you would like to give about love.
Me?
Yes, ma'am.
Rated love. What we kidding? The author of Brandon going to say, any advice for single people? Brandon. My best advice about love? Any kind of love?
Yes.
Or like intimate?
Any kind of love.
Let's hear the intimate love.
Yeah, that's what nice. Like, give it
You asked. You shouldn't have asked.
Okay. Some advice on love. Oh gosh. On love, I would say, and this might be relationships, but I don't know. I'd say
don't swerve, man.
Don't swerve, man. Very key. Key takeaway. That's all you took away from this convo. You don't swerve, man. It's already tired. You just say, oh, hi, honey. Okay. No. I think my number one thing is it's love is great, and it's, you know, fun, and it's fulfilling, and it's awesome, but it's work. I think you know, it's work. What can I say? You know, it's not the kind of, like for example, and I posted about this recently. It's work, meaning it's not like the pre-packaged perfect thing that we kind of see in movies, or
it's not a rom-com.
It's not a rom-com. It's this living, breathing thing that needs to be serviced. Yeah. And you know, like, so it needs to be attended to. And you know, like I gave an example on my IG where I was saying, when I want to go on a date, I tell Jeffrey, I'm like, you need to invite me on a date now. I look good. Invite me out. And tell me what's going on. Because I like dates. He's just not that type. Like, he's not that, ooh, bringing flowers and romantic. Not about that life, but I like flowers on Valentine's, and I want flowers for Mother's Day, okay? And I don't know if there's another time I'm supposed to get flowers, but when I'm supposed to get flowers, I want them, and I want to go on dates. And so, how it would look to me before is like, you need to just do these things because that's what I like. But how it is in reality is that if I tell him, it's only been 10 years, so maybe in 10 years I won't have to be telling him anymore. But it's been 10 years and I'm still telling him. Or at least now I'm verifying. For the flowers, I'm verifying. I'm like, remember Mother's Day coming up. Don't play games. But for the dates, I'm still asking for them. And I ask for what I want. And it makes me happy. And maybe it's not like how it's supposed to be or how somebody else's relationship thing is. Sometimes them man just ever take them out and give them flowers. Wonderful. But here am I over here and I want to be happy. And so can we go on a date? So it looks like just being okay with what it is for you and how it needs to feel for you. And it don't have to match up to how it is for everybody else or how it's supposed to be in theory. But as long as you and that other person are happy, my friend Nicole would say every relationship has its own DNA. And that's okay, because a lot of people ruin what they have because they're looking at other people. How come that person man always taking them on dates? And you never have to remind him about flowers yet because always, or how come you come with conversation? Vacation, Jeffrey will never. He's just like, I want no vacation. He just want to work. He just want to build things. And I'm like, hello, vacation. If any money you spend on vacation, he would have loved to take it, build something. Trust me. So that's the other part, that you're a partner, you're not going sittings and have the same priorities as you. It's just this living, breathing thing that you just, you work on and understand him, understand yourself, and you find your way to make yourself happy too. I'm going to make sure I'm happy. That's all.
Yes. All right. Best advice about money.
Just write yourself a check every month, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Don't play games. Don't play games. And don't bother feel like when you make more money, you will save. Because if you can't take $10 out of $100, don't feel like you're going to take 10% of anything else you make. If you can't make it work out $100, chances are, that is the thing I wish somebody had told me before. I wish I'd known before, but it's okay. I make up my mind every month now. I cut myself a check. I say, you work hard. You get your money first. And when I say I cut myself a check, it goes somewhere where I can't touch it. I can't log on and see the money neither and think, oh, let me do a transfer. No. Where's the money? I forget about it. I just know I write myself a check every month. That's my best advice.
Love that.
2 more questions. Best advice about your health.
I think you should find out. I think you have to dig deep about your health. I'm connected because, for some reason, especially when you're young, it don't penetrate about like live long. It don't penetrate about like high blood pressure. And it don't, at least for me, it did not, right? But the thing is, by the time you start to have those problems, it's too late or almost too late, and definitely harder to build this healthy lifestyle, right? So I would say when you're young as possible, as early as possible, connect your health with the life you want right now. And that's what I had to do to build a healthy lifestyle. Because if you keep thinking about health in this way that you dissociate from your present and from your current, then you're never going to do anything. So you have to, or about it, to prioritize it. And it helps you to enjoy life in a much different way. I can just, feel like I can wear anything in my closet. I can just go where I want to, and I don't have a plan in advance and diet. And, I hope when I get older, I don't know if I'm supposed to start having these things now. I'm 36, but I hope I don't have, lifestyle related illnesses because I'm doing the things that should preclude it. So make your health a priority, but don't just do it in theory. Connect it to who you are now, what your goals are right now, what you want to be able to do, and the energy level that you need to reach your goals. Because a lot of times it's just the pure physical and mental energy that we don't have. We don't have the stamina. And exercise and eating properly will give you energy and stamina, that's for sure.
Excellent. Okay, what advice would you give your 20-year-old self?
Calm down, bitch. I don't. Oh,
It's fine.
That has been cussing on your behalf. Don't worry.
It's fine.
like, girl, just just stop worrying so much.
Yeah.
It's good. Keep moving. Keep stepping.
Moving. I love that.
Stop worrying. 20-year-old me was just so worried.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, Nicole, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It was
Nicole, what you reading?
I'm going for my source uplifty. Okay, I'm reading right now Mindset by Carol Dweck, which feels like
so good.
It's a great book. It's a great book, but parts of it have felt very academic for me almost. Like it's not like that page turner excitement.
Yeah.
But no, but it's been awesome. I flagged that book that week because I read with post-it notes and I flagged the parts and I the whole book flagged by this point. And it's given me some very good insights about parenting as well.
Mm-hmm.
That have been
And
very helpful.
there's one that's written for children, for parents and parenting your children.
By Carol Dweck as well.
Yeah, she actually she contributes to the book because and there's a Cliff Notes version too. People
well, I'm almost done. I said this weekend I was going to finish it, and I'm like 10 pages away. Yeah. And I started doing 10 pages a night, but not tonight. I'm not reading nothing tonight. Going straight to bed. And then the 5 a.m. Club. That's actually the Goal Accelerator book, or the Quarter 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. It's our book of the quarter, and we've just finished Believe It by Jamie Lee. Jamie.
I'm reading that right now.
You reading that? Yeah. So
which one does?
Believe It by Jamie Lee.
Her journey is something else. Like we remember her from that conference.
Yes, from Influencer Conference.
From Influencer, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Nicole,
you say it from the Influencer Conference. Pause.
You know me, I know me ready to take on the world again.
Nicole says she's not going back to any conference with me ever again.
No, they want me have us out at bars, you guys, just like wilding out.
Yep.
Anywho,
we have some pictures on my other phone.
I sure do. But that's for another episode. But
that's for another episode.
Nicole, thank you so much.
We can take a flight again and go to some next conference. Oh God,
I'm ready. I'm ready. But thank you so much, Nicole. I mean, I know that you don't normally do things after 8 p.m. So we are grateful that you're able to be a part of our first episode for season 4 of MR Detour Essentials Live. So thank you so much. I mean, I definitely took down some notes, and that big thing about I find about how Lansdale referred to it. Oh my gosh. You understand your cycle of work. That was a big one for me.
Yes.
So
and don't try and land the big planes all at once.
Exactly. So thank you so much. We're gonna let you go and have your
bed story time and your massage.
Tea.
So
I know they're not sleeping.
Sauce up leaf tea.
Yeah, but you could say apparently I don't sip it long. Like I sip it long. No, sip it long, you know.
Yeah, she said don't keep it too long.
No.
Is that drugs?
No, man. It is actually so the components that make up melatonin. This is the most natural. Yeah, man. The most absolutely natural form.
Then how long it gonna take for drug?
Yeah, that's a question you should probably ask Jeffrey. I feel like he would know. I think he would know, Nicole.
Oh my gosh. But Nicole, and I'm telling you, it's so good to have you on for the first time. See, Kerry says, amazing opening, guys. Brandon, I'm happy. Did a good session with Nicole.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brandon. Lansdale with the takeaways.
He had a lot.
Lauren is Lauren Endeavors. I love Lauren Endeavors, on Instagram. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren. She's too sweet.
She's the sweetest. So thanks, Nick. We're gonna let you go. We're gonna let you go and just wrap up. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I enjoyed our little chat.
Oh wait, where can people find you?
Oh shoot, yes. Please find me on my online home, Nicole McLaren Campbell on IG. That's where I tend to hang out online. And you could always get the planner from goalacceleratorclub.com.
Awesome.
And if you have a teenager, you should get them the teen planner. I make sure Ali has one. I make sure Gabby have one. That's my niece. And my next niece, Imani. Every teen in my life has a teen success plan. So you can definitely get from there too. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you.
Oh, she said steep for 7 minutes.
Should be able to manage that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll let you all know how it goes.
Please do.
Please do. I'm going to check with you tomorrow.
Workout tomorrow is how we come forward.
Bye, Nick. Guys, this was so awesome. We're so excited to be back. This is season 4, episode 1. We just ended with Nicole McLaren Campbell, the Goal Accelerator and founder of AIM Education. For those joining us for the first time, thank you and welcome again. We're here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. live on Facebook and on YouTube. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our channel. Share this episode, rewatch. For those joining again for the first time, you can watch all of season 1, 2, and 3 in preparation for what's to come. And of course, every week we have a new guest or guest joining us. So we look forward to having you join us again next week, Wednesday, right here on Ready to Emerge.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for joining us. Yes, Brandon, I see your message. Brandon doesn't like my
we'll make
curls,
sure.
guys. Brandon doesn't like my curls. He says I
Okay.
need to blow it out.
Okay, so make sure your hair is blow. You blow it out for next week.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Bye.